Last week, a feature worked. Today, that feature has been reported as broken. In situations like this, Git bisect can come to the rescue. Now, in order to use Git bisect, we need four things. We need to be able to recreate the bug locally. We need to know a Git commit where the bug is a problem. We need a Git commit where there is no bug, and we need a way of testing as to whether the bug exists or not. So in this example, the way of testing whether a bug exists or not, we have got a test, a unit test called test 0 allowed. I run that here. This is currently the most recent commit, and we can see that this is a problem. We also happen to know that a commit that starts 03 F9 FF E5 is a good commit. So now we got all the information we need, and we can use Git bisect. So we first of all do Git bisect start, and what it requires is for us to give it both a good and a bad commit. Now we know our current commit is a bad commit, so we can do Git bisect bad. And we happen to know that the good commit is Git bisect good, and the SHA I noted down from earlier was 03 F9 FF E5. And what I could do is I could always check out a branch at that commit and check that the test does pass, but we know that in this case the test does pass. So then what it's saying is we've got 68 revisions between the good and the bad bisect. And what bisect is going to do is it's going to kind of find roughly the midpoint and ask us if that works or it fails, and then we let it know. And then it will go to the midpoint between the next thing, and it'll keep narrowing it down until eventually it finds the commit that is bad. So what it's done is it's found a commit, and it's wondering, is this a good or a bad commit? So I'm going to run the test, and this test passes. So what I do here is I am going to say this is good, Git bisect good. And now it's going to take a midpoint between the bad commit and the good commit. It says there's 34 revisions, and it's checked out another one. And again, it's asking us if this is a good or a bad commit. So I'll run my test. This time it is a bad commit. Now it's checked out another one, and we just go through the process again. So this is good. This is bad. This is good. This is good. One more, final one, and this is also good. So then what's happened here is Git bisect is saying that this commit is the first bad commit, and it helpfully also prints out the commit and any metadata by it. It's written by me, and the description was adding a bug. So it's hardly surprising that this is where the particular bug is. If I want to see the details of this, I can show the commit. And what I can see here is I've got some kind of assertion that says line number must be a positive integer or 0. The one in red is obviously correct, where it's greater than or equals, and I've just changed that to greater than. So clearly this is not correct. So what we've done is we had a known working point and a known bad commit. There were 68 commits apart, and instead of having to look at all 68, we could kind of hone in by looking at the midpoint of each one until we found the commit that introduced the bug. So once we've finished in here, we do Git bisect reset, and it will take us back to where we were at the start. So there's one other thing I want to show you. We can start a new bisect. Once again, we know we are at a bad one because this was the first commit. So where we've identified there was a problem. So we'll do Git bisect bad. We will do the good one, which was 03 FF. That's the one. And this time, what we can do is instead of all that manual steps we were doing before, we can do git bisect run and then the name of and then the command that we want to run, and then it will go ahead and just run them, look at whether we got a pass or a failing result, and it just does what I did manually but automatically. And once again, it's found exactly the same issue. So git bisect, to be honest, I don't use it too often, but when I do have to use it, it is a real lifesaver. Hope you found that useful, and join me tomorrow for the next Git top tips and tricks.